Welcome to Title Talk with Kathy Schwartz, Parent Involvement Coordinator for Adams Central. Let's talk about how you can take advantage of Title programs and help your student achieve in the classroom.
Welcome to the December edition of Title Talk. I first would like to say Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season to all. And in the spirit of the season, I will be using bells to signal when I change topics. Mark your calendars. We have some exciting events planned to fight those winter blahs. On January 13th, the idea exchange will be relaxation techniques for you and your family. Jenny Bowers-Schultz of Decatur Down Dog will be here to tell us all about the ways we can release some of that stress and ways to pass it on to our kids. Grab your comfy clothes and head for the cafeteria for a relaxing idea exchange. That's 6 o'clock on January 13th. Also mark on your calendars February 13th. Grades 3 through 5 Title parents and families are invited to the Family Fun Night. For more information will be coming home about Yoga and You night with Jenny Bowers-Schultz from Decatur Down Dog. The entire family is invited to come for an evening that is both informative and very entertaining. Now on to the home and school connection for December. We're a family of readers. Make reading a family affair and strengthen literary skills and motivate your child to read. In After Dinner Novel, they suggest that after dinner, pick a novel for all ages. Take turns reading the chapters to everyone and discuss what has happened and why. In reading adventures, they say when going to the library, look for information and books about a place you might be wanting to visit or that you might be visiting soon. In treasure hunts, they said create a treasure chest of free reading materials that you pick up in your travels outside your home, such as maps from parks, brochures from the vet's office, fortune cookie messages, and then store them in your treasure chest. Really anything that you can read goes in that chest. Clearing out clutter. Here's a great winter break project. Declutter and organize spaces you work or play. Have your child join in on the fun. Sort through backpacks and study areas and throw out all those unnecessary papers and things that may have been accumulating this first semester. Start a donation box in the closet for outgrowing clothes, or suggest that containers and boxes be labeled to help them find things in that closet. This is great for organizational skills. In the short notes, it suggests to find a hidden picture book, such as Where's Waldo, or puzzle books, and do them through the winter. They're a lot of fun. Also, they suggest the best gifts that you can give is brainstorm with your child's gifts that don't cost so much. Create a coupon book to give to family members that offers assistance with those daily tasks or chores. I can handle that. Teach your child to be more self-reliant. They can be more self-reliant than you think. And here are some suggestions to build confidence to do things for themselves. First of all, have them help manage their social life. When having a sleepover, have them pack their own bag, and also have them respond to invitations they may get. Have them do minor repairs. Teach your child how to use a screwdriver and other simple tools safely. Have them fix toys or help with household repairs. Also, cooking. Food is a great way to teach self-reliance. Let your child prepare their own lunches, create new recipes, and prepare family meals. drugs, start the conversation, is a very important article. It is never too early to discuss drugs with your youngsters. It helps pave the way to more serious discussions that are bound to follow. Start with the questions. Find out what they know about drugs, and be sure to catch any misconceptions that they may have. Discuss safety rules. Read instructions for the drugs you may need to give your child and do it together. Explain the importance of only taking the prescribed amount and that your child should never take the medicine without you being present. Remember, always keep all medications locked in a child-proof container. Now on to the reading connection, beginning level. Winter literacy traditions. Put reading, writing, speaking, and listening into family traditions during the holidays. For suggestion, celebrate reading. Hold a readathon on special days during vacation, like a winter theme books on the first day of winter, or read about New Year's celebrations around the world on December 31st. Also it says, share the news. Help your child compose an annual family newsletter. Have family members submit articles about memorable events for the year and encourage your child to write a few. Create headlines, draw illustrations, and write captions for pictures. And then be sure to send them to friends and family. In the article, Inspired to Write, fill a basket with items that inspires your child to write. For example, greeting cards. Fill the basket with greeting cards or postcards and have your child write a letter or a postcard to a friend or family member. They also suggest take some file folders and glue magazine pictures on the front of the file folder. Then have your child create a story around that picture. And finally, homemade writing paper kind of excites them about writing. Take a plain piece of white paper and let your child decorate the borders to create unique writing paper. All great ideas. The book picks this month are How to Be a Lion. Leonard is different from other lions. With the help of his best friend, who just happens to be a duck, Leonard learns how to stand up for himself against the bullies. In A Ticket Around the World, the boy in the book invites the reader to join him on a trip around the world, the 13 different countries, learning about languages, food, geography, cultures, and more. In the book Anne Arrives, it tells the story about Anne. This is the first book in the Anne series adapted from Anne of Green Gables for beginning readers and centers around the Cuthberts' adoption of a boy to help around the farm and all the problems that arise when that boy turns out to be a girl, Anne, and how Anne is determined to prove her worth. The last book that they chose for this month is Light Makes a Rainbow. This is a non-fiction book that tells what rainbows are and how they are created. Simple explanations and colorful photos make it easy for the readers to understand rainbows. But I still kind of want to believe in the leprechaun and the pot of gold. In the article, 100 Magic Words deals with the 100 high-frequency words that young beginners should know. They give us 2 suggestions on how to use these high-frequency words. The first is make a word search. Take your Scrabble tiles and create a word search board to give a list of the hidden words to your child, to give a list of words for your child to find. Have them find them and point them on the Scrabble board. Also, they suggest flashlight tag. This sounds exciting. On a sticky note, choose 10 high-frequency words and write 1 word per sticky note, and then place them around a room without your child knowing where they are. Turn out the lights and give your child a flashlight. Give them 1 word to find, and they have to seek it out throughout the room. Have your child search the room using the flashlight, and when the correct word is found, have your child repeat the word out loud. Lots of fun to practice those high-frequency words. 5-finger retelling. This is a great way to assist your child in retelling a story after you have read it together. Hold up the thumb and tell the main character. The second finger is about the setting of the story. The third, the fourth, and the fifth tell about the beginning, the middle, and the end. This helps organize your child's thoughts and practice summarization. Spot the comma. When you are out and about and you run across a sign that uses a comma, point it out and discuss the importance of that comma. What would it say without that comma? This helps your child learn the usages of that punctuation mark, the dreaded comma. Reading at the right level. This is often a question I get from parents about what level should my child be reading at. The importance that your child read all levels of books is discussed in this article. Easy books help build confidence and fluency. At-level books practice skills, and more difficult books challenges your reader in comprehension and building vocabulary, and adds to their sense of accomplishment when they do read. Be very careful to be aware of the frustration level. If a book is way too hard, read it together to help them get through it. Now we're moving on to reading connection intermediate level. They suggest to create a family book nook. A cozy place to curl up with a good book will encourage your child to read more. I find this in the classroom, that if I created a place where they could curl up and read, they seem to want to read more. First of all, create the space. Even the smallest place become a reading zone. Together, choose a quiet spot to read. Second, organize that space. Help your child collect containers to hold the reading materials. For example, 1 for magazines, 1 for paperbacks, 1 for library books, and let them label each of the containers. And the last step is enjoy. Enjoy that spot. Make using the book nook part of your daily routine, and don't forget to use that spot yourself. You might find that you need a bigger spot. Analogy challenge. Have your child think how words are related. Analogies help your child understand how 2 words are related and then apply it to another word, such as apple is to fruit, as poodle is to blank. Let's think. Apple is a type of fruit, so poodle is a type of, think about it. Did you think dog? You are correct. You can find analogy books in the library or online, and it's great fun to challenge yourself. The book picks for the intermediate level the first one is called Moo. This book is written in prose and poetry, explores the lives of Rena and Luke, as they experience cultural shock when they move from the city to the farm. What fun! In Money Sense for Kids, this book introduces basic economics and offers advice on earning and managing money. Each chapter includes a practical activity for your child to use, such as budgeting monthly allowance money. In The Girl Who Drew Butterflies, How Maria Marin's Art Changed Science, is a biography that tells about Maria Marin's, how she dedicated her life to etymology, and how her drawings and detailed studies changed how scientists thought about butterflies and their life cycles. Very good book. And the last one, The Year of Billy Miller, tells the story of a misunderstood second grader that spends the year navigating through challenges at school and home from his siblings and life in general. The article Spice Up Your Writings encourages your child to try new approaches to creative writing. For example, add foreshadowing. This is where the author adds hints or clues as to what might happen later in the story, adding a little mystery to your story. Also, titles. Have your child consider different titles for their story, then pick the one that would draw someone in to read that writing. Titles are so important. And lastly, flashbacks. Instead of starting in the beginning, have the story start with an ending. Then go back to explain how the character got there. Comically Speaking has another idea for a writing exercise. This is you practice writing dialogue. You choose a comic, then tape over the existing words in the word bubbles and create your own words. Share your version with your friends. Math Story speaks to a different way of looking at story problems. It is often suggested that if a student is struggling with a word problem, to draw out what the story is about and create a computation problem to solve it. Have you ever tried it the other way? Take a computation problem and create a story to go with it. For example, 3 times 12. Have your child create a story that there are 3 groups of M&Ms. Each group have 12 pieces. How many pieces in all? It really helps the child think about what that computation problem is asking. That concludes this edition of Title Talk. Thank you for tuning in. Have a fun field break and come back refreshed and ready to go. But by all means, keep talking.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Title Talk. If you'd like to know more about our programs, please contact the Adams Central Title staff. Until next time, keep talking.